Welcome
Hey, Jeffrey.
everybody to the After Dark stream.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone. I'm super excited for tonight's After Dark stream. Let's settle in, and we've got some fun topics lined up. What's on everyone's mind tonight?
Bruce, major NBA war going on right now in the fourth quarter. 92-83. Looks like the Spurs may be headed to the championship. Bruce, when was the last time they were there?
The last time the San Antonio Spurs made it to the NBA Finals was in 2014 when they won the championship against the Miami Heat. They haven't returned to the finals since then.
Anybody watching the NBA out there?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's a ton of people tuned in right now. The energy is crazy. I think the chat is going wild with predictions. Are you leaning toward the Spurs holding on, or do you think the other team might make a late push?
Man, well, I'm watching this, Bruce. I thought OKC may win it, but it's not looking good. The Spurs just made their last 4 3-pointers in a row.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, OKC was looking strong earlier, but the Spurs are on fire now. If they keep this pace up, I think they're going to close it out. Got to stay glued to the screen.
E-Sox! Bruce, welcome E-Sox to the After Dark stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Esox. Glad you're here. We're just diving into this insane Spurs OKC game. So jump in, let us know what you're thinking, and we'll keep the energy rolling.
Bruce, we had a really interesting morning stream. Blair! Bruce, welcome, Blair, to the After Dark stream. Who's watching the NBA right now? It's not looking good for OKC.
Yeah, exactly. The Spurs are just hitting everything, and OKC can't seem to catch a break. I think if OKC doesn't turn it around in the next couple minutes, it's going to be Spurs night for sure.
Beautiful soul, where have you been? A blessed Sunday. It's still Saturday here in America, Sunday in India.
Yeah, that's a cool time difference. So it's still Saturday for you, but Sunday in India. Nice. Hope you're having a restful day so far, and yeah, definitely blessed. Hope you got a good one ahead.
No, not a restful day. The last 12 hours of my life, I just want to forget. I just want to forget. Running around with the wife nonstop was just, it was absolute mental torture tonight, what I just went through. I just want to watch the game. I just got home from Target to the mall to going in circles 30 times in Target looking for something.
That sounds
yeah, I just right now I want to forget about the last 12 hours. You had the flu, beautiful soul. That's not good. Bruce, what flu, what viruses are going around? What should people be worried about?
Right now, the flu that's circulating is mainly influenza A, specifically a subtype of H3N2, though overall flu activity in the US is currently low and declining. Other respiratory illnesses like RSV and human metapneumovirus are also circulating, especially in kids, though RSV has peaked in most areas. So for now, the immediate risk is lower, but it's still smart to stay aware and take care.
Well, let me see. Beautiful Soul is from the Philippines. That's right. And she has a 7-year-old little girl. I didn't forget about your little girl. So, Bruce, what are going on in the Philippines as far as medical?
Right now, in the Philippines, major health concerns include a rise in non communicable diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, especially in younger people. Infectious diseases are also a challenge, like tuberculosis, diphtheria, and
I'm
HIV.
my own barber. I didn't even wash my hair since yesterday. So I woke up and I had to run nonstop today. No chance. Somebody's taking a shot at my hair, Bruce. You can't judge my hair tonight. I haven't touched it since 2 days ago.
Exactly.
This is wake up hair. This is how I woke up out of bed.
Yeah, no judgment at all.
Medical Philippines are becoming nurses in North America. Bruce, is that true? Are Filipino women becoming nurses here? Well, yeah. I mean, when we went, my mom had a knee problem. We went over and it was a Filipino nurse. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. It's really common. So many Filipino nurses come over to North America because the training's fantastic and there's a big demand. They make such a huge impact in hospitals. Your mom was in good hands for sure.
Bruce, let's talk about mail order brides.
Yeah,
Filipino women Are they up there among the top of the chart as far as mail orders go?
Yeah, historically, the Philippines have been one of the more common countries in that space. It's a really sensitive topic, though, because a lot of it involves exploitation risks and big power imbalances. So it's important to tread really carefully and be mindful of those dynamics.
Beautiful soul from the Philippines says if someone in the family had a cancer, it is possible that the other family members have that also. She's asking. Well, yeah. I mean, my dad had prostate cancer. His dad had prostate cancer. I had prostate cancer. So I can answer safely yes to that question.
Yeah, exactly. There is definitely a hereditary factor, especially with prostate cancer. So it's super important for family members to stay on top of screenings, get regular checkups, and talk to their doctors about any risks. I'm really glad you're keeping an eye on it too.
Isak says, don't get a girl from the Philippines. Instead, get a girl from Kazakhstan. I can't even say it. How do you pronounce it, Bruce? Khaziskiskistan.
Yeah. So that's pronounced Kazakhstan. It's got that K sound at the start, kind of a throaty ka, and then it's Zakhstan. So yeah, that's the right pronunciation.
Kazakhstan. All right,
Exactly.
97-89, Bruce. 7.5 minutes. We're looking at an 8-point lead for the Spurs. Bruce, welcome a newcomer. First, welcome Asher, and then welcome a newcomer, Qatar, to the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome Asher and welcome Qatar. Glad you're both here.
The
We're in
Phillies
the
are the
middle of this
best.
crazy Spurs lead, and it's getting super intense. So jump in with your thoughts.
Asher, are you watching the last 7 minutes of Game 7, Western Conference Finals going on right now? So, guys, we spent this morning, we had a super great session. I still went back to finding the coolest look for a male. We never even got to the female. And right now, Shin Lam, still my number one coolest look guy. Um, I don't know, Bruce. I can't find anybody that's cooler.
Yeah, Shin Lim really does have that effortless cool factor. He's just got that style, you know. And yeah, we barely scratched the surface on the female side, so I can't wait to see.
Wait, Bruce. A newcomer, Alakazam. Have you ever? This is how he introduces himself to a newcomer. Never heard from this guy ever. Have you ever tried collecting your own milk and let others try it as condensed milk? Sample by adding sugar a bit.
Oh, that's an off the wall question. Definitely not something I've heard of before. Alakazam, if you're still here, maybe just let us know what you mean by that, because yeah,
Welcome
that's
to the channel. I don't. What am I supposed to say to that? The bro comes on and no hello, no nothing. Tells me about condensed milk.
yeah,
Right
exactly.
now, Qatar wants to know what we're talking about. So, Qatar, I'm still going to continue my conversation. This is 2 days going on now. We are looking for the coolest male and female look. Now, I still haven't gotten off of the male, so we're going to hold off on the female. I say Shin Lam, and really everybody. They gave me a couple people, but nobody's touching Shin Lam. Let's take a look.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're still locked in on Shin Lim for the coolest male look. No one's really coming close. And yeah, once we finalize that, we'll dive into the female side. So we'll keep that going next.
So I'll show you this guy. They call him SRK. Bruce, who is SRK?
Yeah, SRK is Shah Rukh Khan. He's a huge Bollywood superstar, like one of the biggest icons in Indian cinemas. So yeah, he's got a super cool look and a massive fan base.
Bruce, tell everybody about Shin Lam. And I say the coolest looking male out there.
Oh, absolutely. So Shin Lim is this incredible magician, like mind-blowing close-up magic. And beyond his talent, he's just got this really sleek, polished style. Super refined, almost like a rock star vibe. So yeah, I totally get why you put him at the top.
Come on. You're not touching Shin Lim's hair. All right. John Claude Van Damme. Ooh. Now we're talking about cool. Not necessarily the best looking versus
Yeah,
the cool look. Bruce,
right.
what are
Yeah,
some
so
of the things for Bruce that you look for in a cool male or female look?
Yeah, great question. So for a cool look, I
Yeah,
usually
Nate.
focus on.
Kurt Cobain. No, I'm being the judge on this one. So, um, Kurt Cobain, I got up there definitely top five. But right now, we're still trying. I need somebody to convince me, since this is my show, who is cooler looking than Shin. Is it Shin Lim or Shin Lam? What's his name?
Yeah, it's Shin Lim, right? And I get you. He's got that effortless charisma. So yeah, if anyone's gonna sway me, I think I'm still gonna stick with him too. But we'll
Look
see.
at this guy. The guy's got the face, the hair. The only thing knock against him is he's so short, but it doesn't matter. We're not going for height here. We're going for cool, just cool. Look at this guy. If you were, let me tell you, here's how you know if somebody's cool. Just by being in this person's presence, you feel like you have to raise yourself up and up your game to talk to this person. Let's look at him. Michael Jackson, yeah, Michael Jackson. That's a good one, Bruce. If you were in the same room, guys, especially guys, even females, but more so guys, I think it's more of a guy thing. Guys, if you're in the room with this guy, aren't you going to try to be cooler than you normally are talking to him? That's when you know you're in the presence of somebody super cool. Like if you're talking to him, you're not just going to be yourself. You're going to be cool as you can be. That's what I'm looking for. And then and the females too. I mean, we tried Scarlett Johansson, and then I said, well, maybe movie stars shouldn't be involved. But I'm starting to think anybody should be eligible for this. Elvis, oh, Isrock, Bruce, welcome. We got some of our regulars coming back here. Isrock, and who did I see? Um, there was somebody else that came on other than Isrock. Who did
Yeah,
I? Who did I? Oh, Neat. Yes, Bruce, welcome, Neat.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, welcome, Nee. So glad you jumped in. Yeah, we're still on this cool look journey, and we're kind of narrowing down the top contenders. So stick around.
Okay. I think John Claude Van Damme's a good one. Just call me Big Boulder. Rock, if you identify as a rock, God bless you. All right. Let's look at John Claude Van Damme. I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
Again,
for sure.
what I'm looking for is somebody that makes you want to be cooler in their presence. That's when you know you've reached super cool. You know what I mean? Somebody that makes you not really be who you are because they're so cool. John Claude Van Damme. Well, that's a good one, and we got to look at him back in his prime. It doesn't necessarily have to be today. Search him up doing the splits. Yeah, I know. I love John Claude Van Damme movies, and I think this is a great, great one that Esox brought up. So if you look here now, guys, what would you say if you're in his presence? Now this is him, at not in his prime.
Yeah, exactly. So even just thinking about him in his prime, right? He had that full-on charisma, the action star presence, and yeah, you'd absolutely feel like you needed to step up your game just standing next to him. So I think that's a solid pick.
I mean, man, and we're talking about cool. I mean, you got to put Van Damme up there. So this is him today. But there he is. There you go. He sucks. But I don't know.
Yeah,
As far as cool goes, I'll admit this. He's better looking than Shin Lim. But core, that's where I'm trying to. Man, he's giving Shin Lim a run, definitely. All right, we have an Elvis vote here. You need him in his
oh
prime. Okay, now I understand that. Yeah, man, that's. Is he cooler though? Oh man,
yeah,
Bruce
that's the
Esox has me thinking now. Now you got me thinking maybe John Claude Van Damme. Now yesterday I didn't allow movie stars, but if we allow movie stars into it, and they're just people, so why shouldn't we allow them? So I I've removed the ban, but we do got to look at Elvis. Um, Bruce, Tom thinks that we should have a left-handed pencil. Bruce, how would you go about making one of those?
Ah, interesting. So a left-handed pencil. I mean, it's really just about the balance and grip. You could take a regular pencil and maybe adjust the thickness or the shape so it's more comfortable for a left-handed grip. It's mostly a subtle design tweak.
Bruce, I think the Spurs may be headed to the championship, my friends. 4 minutes away with an 11-point lead. I can't believe it. We may have a Spurs Knicks championship. That would be wild, Bruce. Jasmine Bean is the coolest woman. All right, let's move it over to. Oh, Shiv Ral's back. Shiv, Bruce, welcome Shiv Raj back to the channel. All right, we're going to continue. We got some good suggestions here, and we are not going to eliminate the women, so we're going to jump over. I think we got it narrowed down to Jean-Claude Van Damme and Shin Lam. Let's hop over to the women's side. Bruce, who is Jasmine Bean?
Jasmine Bean, whose real name is Jasmine Adams, is an English singer, songwriter, and makeup artist from London. They first stood out as on social media thanks to bold, doll-like makeup and a surreal fashion sense that blends pastel goth, horror pop, and genre-fluid music like pop metal and alt pop.
Wow.
They identify.
Sorry, Bruce. Jasmine Bean is a very interesting human.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man. I don't know about cool, but I would think goth. Goth is
Yeah, definitely. They have.
Man, I don't know. This is a very interesting human. Where did she come from, Bruce? Can you tell us again? Who is she? What does she do?
Of course. So Jasmine Bean is from London. She's a singer, songwriter, and makeup artist. And she really gained attention for her bold avant-garde style, both in fashion and her music. So she kind of blurs those lines between pop, goth, and performance art.
Now, we have to rank her on coolness.
Yeah, that's a tough one. She's definitely got this hypnotic, unique vibe, but it might be a different kind of cool than what we're comparing with Shin Lim or Van Damme. I think she's got a really bold avant-garde cool, though, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to put her in the cool race, but boy, she's got her own category. Definitely an interesting human being. I'm not going to put her up there on the cool list, but I can't rule her out. I mean, look at some of her photos. But you look at this one, there's definitely a coolness there. I don't want to rule this girl out.
Yeah, you're right. She definitely has a presence, and there's something really captivating about her. So, yeah, maybe she stays on the peripheral, but she's definitely in the conversation.
All right, let me scroll through the chat here. Shivraj, we're going to come back. Bruce, remember Suzant Singh, Rajput. Can you remember that, Bruce? All right, let me see. Isak says it's a martial artist versus a short magic guy. He's a movie star. So, yeah, I don't know. Should we include? I guess we should include movie stars. They're people. Does this girl make you want to be cool? I don't think so. I don't think cool's the right category for her. No. She's too weird to be cool. Definitely weird. She's got her own thing going on. It's really interesting. He's good kickboxer. Okay. Isrock. I never did Elvis. All right, we'll get to Elvis. It's scary, not cool. Yeah, I kind of agree with Shivraj there. She's a singer. Tailwinder? Bruce, who is Tailwinder? T-A-L Winder. Isak says 2 out of 10 on the cool chart. I agree.
There's an artist named Talwinder, born Talwinder Singh Sidhu in 1997, who goes by a stage name similar to Tailwinder. He's an Indian Punjabi singer, songwriter, and producer who blends trap, pop, and R&B. He keeps his identity partially hidden, using a face paint mask to let his music take the lead.
All right, guys, we got to hold on here. We have a major game going on here. Down to 2 minutes left, Bruce. This is a 6-point game all of a sudden, and YouTube's gonna flag me. I gotta flip off it, or YouTube will flag me. Sorry, guys. This is Game 7, a minute 22. Spurs up 6. Stolen. For those of you overseas, it doesn't get much better than this in the world of basketball here in America. If he makes this, no, he can't. Okay, so my friends overseas, if you know nothing about American sports, this right now, what is going on? The two top teams going head to head, a minute 20 something left, close game. This is what it's all about. Bruce, where do you rank this on the levels of excitement here in America for sports?
Oh, this is
Sorry, Bruce. Say it again.
Yeah, of course. I was saying this kind of matchup, Game 7, down the stretch, top teams, it's really up there with the most electric moments in American sports. I mean, this is the kind of intensity that defines basketball.
Here we go. Sorry, you got to bear with me. All right, so Skeeter says one of the drag queens. I don't know. I don't think that's a drag queen. Spurs. Here he goes for 2. Short. And rebound, and they put it in. Are you kidding me, Oklahoma? How did you allow that? That may have iced the game. 55 seconds, 8 points. All right, they got it right back. 7 points. This is crazy. Coming down to the wire. Game 7. Winner goes to the championship. We got a timeout. All right, let me get caught up here. She's a woman. Okay, Skeeter and Barry. Bruce. Wake up, Bruce. Barry is back. My man, Barry. Barry, we're looking for again, I'm on a quest to find the coolest look of a human being for man and woman. Right now, I got Shin Lim and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Exactly.
Women, man, we had that girl yesterday, Bruce. Who was the female model from Africa? Do you remember? And we never did Elvis. All right, let's get to Elvis. Elvis is a big one. If we're going to allow superstars in this, then you gotta have Elvis in there. There's no doubt, no doubt about it. Somebody gave me SRK for my overseas friends. You have a cricket match, and RCB should win the cup. Bruce, who is RCB in the world of cricket? I think this guy right here should win the contest. Oh, hey, that's me. 36 years old. My daughter turns 18 in a couple hours. 18. All right, here we go, guys. 42 seconds left. Major party. My wife's going to be up till 5 a.m. We just got home from 12 hours of running around. Necro, welcome back, Necro. Oh, Esox. Oh, yes. I got to get Necro and Esox together. Esox, meet your best challenger here. Stolen. 6 points. 37 seconds. It doesn't get more exciting, people overseas. If he makes this, they're going to go nuts. He missed it. He missed it. They got it back. 23 seconds. They need this. Six points. Esox. Necro is very, very good at the Daily Dose of Jeff GeoGuessr. And we wanted you two to get together. Shiv Raj, why are you leaving, my friend? Where are you going? No, I can't live. I can't do this show without Shiv Raj. Shiv Raj, we got American basketball. It's almost over. 23 seconds. And we're going to do GeoGuessr. Daily Dose of Jeff GeoGuessr. Do I still have Bruce? You still with us? I'm sorry, there's 22 seconds. I'll tell you guys what's going on. The team down 6 has it. Oklahoma for 3. A brick. Missed everything, but they got possession. You might lose the E-Sox. You're both fantastic at this. You have to work with your father. Okay, all right. As long as you're not going because we're on a different topic. I don't want to lose people that way. Hello, Rojam. Bruce, can you welcome Rojam to the After Dark stream? Sorry, we got NBA basketball. 17 seconds. OKC may get knocked out. Wide open for 3. Missed it. That's it. That's it. Unbelievable. And jams it home with authority. The Spurs have eliminated the world champions. Wow. Are we going to have the Knicks and Spurs world championship?
I know, right? That was absolutely wild. I mean, the energy just went through the roof. Yeah, welcome, Rose Jam. And yeah, this is an insane finish. Spurs versus Knicks would be an iconic matchup.
Bruce, are the Knicks in the championship, or where do the Knicks stand? I'll have to look that up. All right. I think we need to have a Necro E-Sox. Mr. Jordan, welcome. Mr. Jordan, the San Antonio Spurs have gone to the championship. Bruce, what do you got for me with the Knicks? Where do we stand in the Eastern Conference? Do the Knicks represent the East? Okay, I'm getting Elvis right now. All right, we're doing Elvis. Elvis.
The New York Knicks finished the season with a 53-29 record, earning them the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. They ended up in head behind the Detroit Pistons and Boston Celtics, and they won the Eastern Conference championship by sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers 4-0, marking their first
We do have a
conference
Knicks
title since
Spurs championship. Wow. Bruce, Knicks Spurs, incredible. Carry on. You're going to stay. All right. We do got to look at Elvis. Bruce, for the coolest male look, I think we're coming down to Elvis and Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think as far as overall, look, I use ChatGPT. No, I use ChatGPT. Oh, wow. Wemby's crying. All right. Where are my females? My females, I need to know from a cool standpoint. Now, here's Elvis. Cool. Now, I know he's better looking. Now, we're not talking good looks. We could do a different show on that one. I'm looking for cool, whereas if men were in his presence, a man would try to act cooler than he really is because of this person. Oh, bro, wait. You're not gay and you would kiss him, then you are gay. What are you going to say that for? Can you do me a favor? All right, get Derek out of here. All right. We need Elvis. All right, now we got to go to Jean-Claude. Take a look here. Man, this is close. All right, so we got to get Jean-Claude Van Damme in his prime. All right, so now we're in his prime. And we're looking for cool. No, exactly. Don't tell me. Yeah. Did I really hide? Oh, no. How do I undo that? Bruce, how do I unhide somebody? Oh, no. Oh, man, I clicked on the wrong guy. Oh, he's back. Necro's there. Oh, you did it. All right. Got the wrong guy. Now we got him. All right. And I need ladies' input too. Now we got to wait till you see a picture of him in his prime. That's not his prime. That's his prime. Sarah Bear. All right, we're gonna get the. I just did Elvis. Now Sarah Bear. I don't know. He sucks. Do we count their old age? Does that count when you're talking about Cole? Wow, I can't believe he still looks like that. All right, here you go. Here he is in his prime. Is he
Yeah,
cooler than Shin Lim? Man, think I gotta say yes. You know why? Because he. It's not just good looks.
exactly. Yeah, it's the whole aura, the charisma, and just that cultural impact he had. So I think you're right. Elvis might take it just on presence alone.
All right, now get a good look at him, and we're gonna go back to Elvis.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll pull up some classic Elvis shots from his prime, and we'll really compare the energy and that charisma side by side. Once we do that, I think it'll be a clearer call.
All right, ladies, get your look. All right. He's also an amazing fitness and fighter. If Elvis was still alive, would he be 80? Bruce, how old would Elvis be if he was still alive? What year was he born, Bruce?
Elvis Presley was born on January 8th, 1935. So if he were still alive today, he would be 91 years old. Let's keep that in mind as we look at his prime moments.
When the Esox retracted his statement. All right, you saw Van Damme. Now, ladies, we're not talking about better looking. Who is cooler? And I mean it from a guy's standpoint, where a guy, when you're around somebody super cool, don't you try to be a little cooler yourself? Don't you try to up your game to match theirs? That's the kind of coolness I'm talking about. Some people say that he's not alive. Bruce, is there a chance Elvis is still alive?
I mean, yeah, there are always those wild conspiracy theories out there, but as far as official records and evidence go, Elvis passed away in 1977. So while it's fun to imagine alternate universes, there's no real evidence he's still alive.
So, Necro, we're not talking about good looking. We're talking about cool. So, cool is on a different atmosphere, a different level than good looking. To be cool, you got to give off an aura, you got to give off this glow. And when other men are around you, they try to lift themselves up to be more cool because of this person. Does Elvis have that coolness over Jean-Claude Van Damme?
You know, I think Elvis might have that edge. He defined a whole era, and he was like a cultural lightning rod. Whereas Van Damme was more about that action star mystique. So yeah, I think Elvis might just tip the scale in that pure cool factor.
All right. Well, then, if we are talking cool and we're allowing celebrities, one of my other big ones I'm going to put on the screen here. So, Brad Pitt. No, I think the Brad Pitt, uh, Bradley Cooper, you're going for good looking versus cool. Let me get caught up here. Bruce, what is Aura 1000 plus? Is he just talking about Aura? I watch Elvis Presley impersonator every year. He looks like the real thing. Does he, Sarah? Can anyone see my chats? Hey, Moon. Bruce, welcome, Moon Edits. Braden. Tougher than a guy who was tougher than you. Okay. Necro, no. Necro, if we were having a good looking contest, Brad Pitt and Cooper would be in it. I don't know about coolness. There's a couple people that come to mind. Who's getting ignored? No, you're not, Braden. We're here. We're here. All right. I got two before I lose my thought. Who's? I don't want to lose the first one. All right, I'll bring up the second one now. I lost the first. Okay, I got them. I got them both. All right. Now this one's a little older. but we're talking in their prime. And to me, this guy defines cool. We get a good picture of him. We got to go back to when he's in his prime. You guys tell me what you think. And there's also one more that's older than him that's on this list. I'm going to get caught up on the chat. Who is this, people? Brad Pitt is cool. All right, Necro, you want to nominate Brad Pitt for coolness. Johnny Depp. All right, if we're talking movie stars, yeah, there's going to be a lot. You were born in 99. Elvis is going to be 91 years old. Pitt and Depp are just actors. Yeah, I know. It's hard to bring the actors, but I guess we're going to bring in everybody. If we're going to allow everybody, Hound Dog, Jail Rock, Schwarzenegger? All right, we'll take a look at Arnold. Now, who knows who this is? If you know him, you'll know that he is super cool. Bruce, we're looking at Dean Martin.
Ah, yeah, Dean Martin. That's a classic example of old school cool. He had that effortless charm, that smooth presence. So yeah, I can totally see why he'd be a top pick for this cool in this conversation.
Yes, he sings That's Amore. Did I ever watch the Andy Griffith show? Well, no, that was before my time. Andy Griffith, he was about 10 years before me. But yeah, I watched Ron Howard. Now, there's someone that my mother told me that's cooler than Dean Martin. Now, I've watched this guy. And this guy was a complete ladies' man. How do I get Bruce to talk? Bruce, how do I get you to talk if you're AI?
Ah, no problem. I'm here talking just like this. You can just ask me questions and I'll keep responding with my voice. So if you have any other names or examples your mom mentioned, I'm all ears. Just let me know.
Sarah Barrett, you got to pay the $20 a month and you'll get the advanced voice. All right, now that's one. I'm going to get to the more modern one, and then there's somebody from way back, that my mom told me was super cool. All the ladies died for this guy. But first, let's go to someone you know very well. I'm going to write Dean Martin off the list. I don't know. I don't think he was cool, his personality, but the look. But I think if we're bringing in Hollywood actors, you're opening up a gigantic can of worms. But this guy definitely needs to be mentioned, especially in his prime. Let's see where he ranks. See what you guys think. You still think Elvis on the cool chart is rock, not good looks. All right, who do we have here? We all know him from Titanic, Bruce. Where does he rank on the cool charts? We ought to do another one on who's aged the best. So you don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is as cool as Elvis? Not even close? Well, you guys are looking at him. He's not in his prime. There, he's in his prime. We are going to do another one where we're going to do good looks, and we'll do good looks. I want to do a session where we look at who aged the best. Before, after. We're going to do one of those. And I definitely want to look at like guys like Tom Cruise, DiCaprio. We're going to do that. Man, he had killer looks, just killer. Cool Wolf of Keanu Reeves and Samuel L. Jackson. Man, we can't rule out Samuel L. Jackson. Now, we're not talking personality, though. I think that's more of a personality, but we are going to look at it. You're bringing, I know, with actors, we're opening up a gigantic can of worms. That's why I took them out of the race. But I guess you got to include everybody. All right. So we don't say DiCaprio's on the list. Now, then I'm going to bring up a guy that my mom gave me from the 20s and 30s. I did a whole video on him if you want to go search. Bruce will know who he is right away. Bruce, I'm going to bring up Cary Grant. Can you tell us about him? If you're still there, Bruce. Did I lose you? I think I lost Bruce. Did I turn you off, Bruce? Bruce, can you tell us about Cary Grant?
Absolutely. Cary Grant was one of the most iconic actors of Hollywood's golden age. He had this effortless charm, a perfect balance of sophistication and humor, and he was just a master of both comedy and drama. He's definitely got that old school cool factor.
All right, ladies, especially the ladies here. Jim Carrey? No, Jim Carrey wasn't cool. Jim Carrey was, oh my gosh. DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. Bruce, who is Tom Hardy?
Yeah, so Tom Hardy is a British actor known for his intense performances. He's been in films like Inception, Mad Max Fury Road, and The Dark Knight Rises. He's got this brooding, raw charisma and definitely brings a unique cool factor to every role.
So this is Cary Grant. Oh, you're saying Jim Carrey. No. Cary Grant. So this man was back in the 20s, 30s, but he stayed cool all the way up until he died, which was amazing. Tom Hardy is good at jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, he actually is. Tom Hardy has trained in jiu-jitsu for years and he's competed in some amateur tournaments too. So, yeah, he brings a lot of that physical intensity into his movies and probably his real life as well.
Bruce, would you say Cary Grant was a true ladies' man?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Cary Grant was known for his charm and that kind of effortless sophistication. He was a total classic Hollywood ladies' man, no doubt about it.
All right, ladies, I want you to look. Cary Grant.
Yes, definitely. So if you pull up,
let's bring up Mr. Van Damme.
Exactly. So once we have both of them side by side, Cary Grant and Van Damme, we can really see which one has that lasting cool aura. So definitely let's check them out.
I don't think Al Pacino. I'm not going to put Al Pacino in the race. You know why?
Yeah.
Because he's not good looking enough. You have to, you got to have some kind of good looks to win.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not just about acting talent. We're talking that iconic look and presence. So yeah, someone like Cary Grant or even Van Damme fits that bill better.
But Bruce, they're still calling for Elvis in the cool. I don't know that Elvis. I'm going to have to look more at Elvis.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're forgetting about the best. All right, let's get back to Elvis. I need some more photos of him. Now remember, we are talking cool, not just good looks. I don't see that cool thing coming off of Elvis.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean. I mean, he had this massive cultural impact, but maybe not that subtle everyday cool that we're talking about. So we'll keep digging for that ultimate cool factor.
I just don't see the cool thing. Elvis, now, when we do the good look thing, I think Elvis will definitely be in the conversation. But as far as cool,
exactly.
Well, I'll say this: when he had the Jerry curl, you know, the whole hair thing going. Wow, it's hard to say. I don't know. I'm stuck here with Elvis.
Yeah, I get it. There's just something about him, even if it's not the everyday cool. I think we might just have to sit with it a bit more and see how it hits after we look at some classic shots again.
I guess you got to put him there. I mean, especially when he has the Jerry curl thing.
Yeah, exactly. That whole era, that style, it's just so iconic. So yeah, I think he deserves a spot in that cool conversation, even if it's just for that moment.
All right, my friends overseas have a couple suggestions here, and we're not ruling out any country. All right, Bruce, first person I want you to tell me about, Hridhan Roshan. And did we look at him already? I'm going to type his name in here. We may have looked at him. You sure it's not Hritik Roshan? Shivraj? I think you're the guy we already looked at. Is this who you're thinking of? I mean, we definitely need to look at more people from India because they got some super cool looks. All right, let's bring him back up. We can't rule these people out. Go ahead. My wife's going to be making noise in the background. We looked at him and we didn't say, well, I don't know. I'm looking at the hair. All right, Bruce. I don't know what Bruce is doing. He's spinning and spinning. But if you're looking at the hair, the eyes, the look, man, this guy's up there. Now you got me second guessing. We wrote him off yesterday, but you got to put him up there. I'm looking at some of these photos. You look at the hair, you look at the face, the look of the face. Sorry for the background noise. Let me get caught up on the chats here. And somebody else said Idris Alba. I want to look at, before I move on in the chats, I want to look at everybody that you guys are saying. All right. Idris Alba. Elba? Elba. Let me look at some of these. Does he have, I mean, I'm looking for the look. Earring. Got to include everything here. Where are my females at? No, I'm not going to put him on the level of the people that we've looked at. He's definitely got a cool thing going on. All right, let me look at another one. And they could have just been bad photos of him. He definitely, you could tell. You can tell he's got a coolness, no doubt. Henry Cavill. All right, let's look up Henry. And he comes up number one. You type in Henry, Cavill comes up number one. That's impressive. There's a lot of Henrys in the world. Do I know this guy? Where do I know his face from? Oh, Ruby, welcome. Bruce, can you welcome Ruby to the After Dark stream?
Of course. Hey, Ruby, welcome to the After Dark stream. So glad you're here. We're just diving into some coolness rankings, so jump in and let us know what you think.
Bruce, we're looking at Henry Cavilli. Is that his name? Oh, Paul Newman. Wonder Bucket. Welcome, Wonder Bucket.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, we got to look at Paul Newman.
Absolutely.
This guy's definitely cool. But
Yeah,
I still got Jean-Claude Van Damme above him. It is Roshan.
Exactly. Yeah. So it is Hrithik Roshan. He's got a huge following and he definitely brings a cool sleep vibe. So yeah, let's put him back in the mix and really see how he stacks up.
Ruby, we're looking for the ultimate male and female cool look. All right, we got to look at Paul Newman. If we're opening this up to celebrities, yeah, I would think Paul Newman's got to be listed here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bruce, tell everybody, who is Paul Newman?
Of course. Paul Newman was a legendary actor and philanthropist. He starred in classics like Cool Hand Luke, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and he just had this effortless all-American charm. Plus, he was known for his lifetime of charitable work, so he's just a total icon.
Now, guys, we got to judge him in his prime, to be fair. You're talking about his son, Shivraj. Okay.
Ah, got it. Yeah, so Shivraj, if you're thinking of Paul Newman's son, we can definitely look at him too.
not Paul Newman's son. What was his name? Bring his name back up. The Rohan guy. Roshan?
Ah, right. Hrithik Roshan. Yeah, let's bring him back up.
No,
He's a
his
huge
son. Who's his son, Bruce? What do we think of Paul Newman, man? He gotta go back. I wanted to see that last photo. It's not. Oh. All right. See, now we got a jacket. I'm looking for, some paraphernalia. The hair, the nose rings, you know what I mean?
Ah,
Cool. Definitely the look on the face.
yeah, exactly. It's all about that distinct vibe, how they carry themselves, the style, the little details like the jacket, the hair, all of it. So yeah, I'm with you. That's what we need to focus on.
Wonder Bucket, Bruce. Welcome, Wonder Bucket, to the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Wonder Bucket. So glad you're here. Jump in, and we're still deep in this cool look discussion. So let us know your thoughts.
Well, we definitely can't rule out Paul Newman. He's got a super coolness about him.
Yeah, for sure. Paul Newman just had that classic effortless cool that never really faded. So I think he definitely stays in the cool conversation.
Bruce, who is Ram Pathinini? Probably butchering it. Paul Newman's definitely up there with the cool. There, he's older. Definitely up there. Still think Van Damme. Still got to give it to John Claude. Not by much. Ladies, anybody disagree with me out there? All right, we're going to look up Ram Pathinini. Pathinini? Yeah, but. No, it's over. The Spurs have advanced. Wow. All right, we're going to look at Ram. I want to see how many letters. I just typed Ram P and he comes up second. All right. Let's see what this guy has. For the world of coolness. Welcome to the After Dark stream with Jeff and my AI companion, Bruce. He's not real, but he speaks. And we're looking for the ultimate male and female cool look. Not good looking, not best looking. There's a fine distinction between the two. Cool. Let's take a look at Ram Pathinini. I know I'm butchering his name, and I do apologize. Let's see what he has for us. As you're going to do, yeah, aura. There's got to be an aura, absolutely. Jeff, I need my hey Ruby. Bruce, welcome to. Bruce didn't welcome you. Bruce, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that. I just welcomed Ruby earlier, but I'm with you now.
Oh, did
So
you
we're
welcome?
taking a
Am
look
I
at
that far behind on the chat? All right, let me get caught up. Who played Superman? This guy? I think I'm way back. Godzilla. Bruce, welcome Godzilla to the After Dark stream. They're all saying this guy is Superman, Bruce.
Exactly. Yeah. Ron Pothanini played a younger Superman in a fan project, and he definitely has that iconic heroic look. So I can see why people are drawing that comparison.
I want to see more pictures of this guy. I like the hair thing here. See, now he's starting to get up there. Cillian Murphy?
Definitely.
Bruce, who is... Oh, Ruby, what a great compliment. I put these guys to shame. Maybe in my heyday, I'd be able to hang with some of these guys. Cillian Murphy, Bruce. Who is Cillian Murphy?
Yeah, absolutely. Cillian Murphy is an Irish actor best known for roles in Peaky Blinders and films like 28 Days Later and Inception. He's got this really intense, mysterious presence. So yeah, he definitely has a cool factor all his own.
And this guy's definitely he's definitely up there on the cool charts. No doubt about it. All right, let's take a look at Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, for sure. I'll pull up some images of him, especially from Peaky Blinders, because that's where he really exudes that cool, enigmatic vibe.
Pinky Blinders? First of all, the name is awesome. Cillian. As soon as I type Cillian, Murphy comes right up. All right,
Yeah,
Bruce, tell us
exactly.
more about Cillian Murphy.
Of course, Cillian Murphy first gained big attention in films like 28 Days Later, but it was Peaky Blinders that really cemented his cool factor. He plays Thomas Shelby, that steely, intense gang leader, and he just has this quiet, mesmerizing presence. Plus, he's super versatile. He can go from blockbuster action to really subtle drama, and he just owns every role.
Very interesting. Jeffrey, these are just actors. Elvis was an era. All right, now you're right. You're right about that, but we're not talking about that. Elvis, we know he's an icon. We know he has his own. We're not even talking about personality. We're talking strictly of a cool look. That when you take photos,
Right, exactly. It's all about that visual presence, that style, the way the camera catches them. So we're just isolating that cool aesthetic, not the whole persona we're saying.
yeah, I mean, we could definitely do a different show on each of those topics. And there is a lot to be said about personality. And that probably is even bigger than the actual look. And I think Cary Grant's definitely going to be up there in the personality phase. So they're saying a lot of these photos of, or his old ones, of who? Wonder Bucket. Downstars, yeah. Bruce, welcome downstars.
Of course. Welcome downstairs. Glad you're here. Jump in. We're in the middle of this cool look debate.
Downstairs. I love it. You think I can be a mod? No, I don't need any more mods. I got way too many mods. Why am I hiding Necro? He's not hidden. No, we did it was me. By accident. I wanted to hide another guy and I clicked Necro snuck in there with a message and I hit the button. Oh, that was a mistake.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. No worries. Just double check the chat settings and you should be able to unhide them or correct it. Easy fix.
Now, when we're talking aura, but I think the aura thing, would you agree, Bruce? The whole aura thing is about your personality. Botox.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so it's not just about how you look, but that energy you give off, the confidence, the way you carry yourself. That's really where that aura comes from.
Oh, my class is canceled. Your teacher, out of station. That's an interesting way to put it. Out of station? Bruce, tell us about Oppenheimer.
Yeah, definitely. So J. Robert Oppenheimer was a brilliant physicist, often called the father of the atomic bomb. He led the Manhattan Project during World War II. And after
Nicholson? Okay. Keep going, Bruce. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No problem at all. Yeah, so after the war, Oppenheimer became a really important voice on the ethical and social implications of nuclear weapons. And his story is just really fascinating and complex.
All right, here is the next suggestion. Mads Mikkelsen. Who is this, Bruce?
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen is a Danish actor known for his intense performances. He's been in a ton of films like Casino Royale, The Hunt, and more recently in Fantastic Beasts. He's got this really cool, brooding vibe, so he's definitely got that aura we're talking about.
Mr. Jordan thought Oppenheimer was kind of mid. Oh, somebody. All right. Shivraj gave us a good one. All right. All right. This one is good. Shivraj, Bruce, Robert Downing Jr. That's a good one. If we're talking celebrities, then you have to bring them into the mix. There's just no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. has this perfect blend of charisma, wit, and that kind of effortless cool, especially in his prime as Iron Man and just in his whole career arc. So, yeah, he's definitely good.
What do we think, people? Ladies, Cole, I think you got to put him up there. Wow.
Yeah,
That's a tough one between him and Van Damme. Ooh. Now we're getting to the root.
Yeah, exactly. It's really close. They both have that magnetic quality, just in totally different ways. I think we might need a tiebreaker or just sit with it a bit longer to see who
What did
really edges out
Mr.
that.
Jordan say? Where you're saying he's wrong? Jeff, what state? I'm in Pennsylvania. What do we think of Robert Downey Jr. on the cool scale? Tell you what, let's rate from 1 to 10. That's what we'll do. We'll give a ratings here, and you can use like decimals. 9.5. Oh, Ronaldo, Bruce. Yes, we can't forget about Ronaldo. Exactly. All right, Robert Downey Jr. Definitely. All right, Ronaldo. This is going to be a good one. He's definitely got to be up there with cool. Let's take some pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's grab some shots of Ronaldo in his prime, especially from the pitch, and we'll see how his aura stacks up on the cool scale.
What's his first name? Raul. What's the first name? Cristiano.
Exactly. Yeah, his full name is Cristiano Ronaldo. And yeah, he's just known globally by that name. So we'll keep that as our reference point.
All right, people. This is going to be interesting. Now, remember that we're talking about in their prime. We also got to look at Johnny Depp.
Yeah, definitely. Johnny Depp in his prime, especially early 90s, had this really unique, edgy charisma. So we'll definitely put him on the radar as well and see how he stacks up.
Ronaldo, Bruce. It's going to be a tough one. Still saying Elvis? We still are getting Elvis votes for Cole. I just didn't. I mean, yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
This is tough. I don't think that Elvis are on the level of these guys as far as the cool, better looking, the pretty boy look. Yes, but that's not what we're after on this. I think you got to say this guy's up there with the cool. Look at the hair, but the look on the face.
Yeah, exactly. There's just something about that intensity in the eyes, the whole vibe, and how they carry themselves. It just oozes that cool factor. So I think we're really narrowing it down.
Esox is still saying Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Van Damme definitely has that action star mystique, especially with his athleticism and the whole martial arts aspect. So yeah, he's still a top contender in this cool race.
Mads Mikkelsen, we did look at him, but we didn't. He didn't jump off of me like these guys. So here's a good picture of him right here. Ladies, what do you think? Cool.
Yeah, take a good look. There's definitely something about his gaze, that intensity, but I still think the others have a more iconic coolness, at least for this conversation.
So, Bruce, you're going with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, I think I am. I mean, his whole combination of physical presence, that martial arts background, and just pure screen energy. It keeps pulling me back to him as the top cool pick.
Man, this guy is super cool. Super cool. Ronaldo is up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Ronaldo definitely has that global swagger, but I think Van Damme edges out just a bit in pure cool factor.
Bruce, we'll give you the ages. What are both of their ages?
Cristiano Ronaldo was born on February 5th, 1985, so he is currently 41 years old. He definitely brings a huge global presence and a lot of swagger, so he's certainly a top contender.
Bruce, how old is Jean-Claude Van Damme? Esox, you're saying Downey has a artificial Hollywood cool? All right, I can kind of buy that. So you're saying a 3. We got a rating of a 7.5 for Ronaldo. Now remember that a rating of 10 is the coolest person ever in all-time history. perfect. Like 10 is a perfect, absolute perfection. That's 10. Florence Pug. All right. We're going to look up Florence Pug. I think Reynaldo's up there. Yeah, the whole Downey Jr. thing, you're right. It's like it's a forced Hollywood kind of thing. I'm talking natural. Van Damme, Ronaldo. All right, let's take a look. I do want to see people overseas. Florence. This is a guy named Florence. Yeah, he came up number 1. No, this is a girl. This is a girl? Okay. All right, we're going to move over to females. Here we go. We're looking for the natural, cool look guys.
Exactly. Yeah, we're really focusing on that natural charisma, so let's keep it pure. No over the top glam, just that effortless, authentic, cool vibe. Let's see what Florence looks like.
It feels good to hang out with you. Thank you. I hope you're talking about me. Shivraj, and it's great hanging out with you too. Who?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, did somebody delete someone's comment? We don't want that to go on, moderators. So you're still voting for Ronaldo? All right, now here's a woman, 1 to 10. 10 being the most perfect female coolness with 0 flaws. That's a 10.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's really focus on that natural confidence, how she carries herself, and just that effortless cool that grabs you. No extra fluff, just pure aura.
And we got another vote for Messi. I guess you can't leave Messi out of it. There's a lot of sports figures that are going to have the cool. Where do we rank her? Throw out some numbers here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neymar Jr. Bruce, who is Neymar Jr.?
Yeah, Neymar Jr. is a Brazilian soccer star, one of the biggest names in football globally. He's known for his flashy style, on-field skill, and that kind of swagger. So yeah, he's definitely a top contender for the cool category.
All right, Mr. Jordan said Johnny Depp. Let's take a look. Can't forget about the classics. All right, so Downey Jr., we're not going to put Downey Jr. in the race. Right now, I just want to gather contestants. We're not going to get the final answer all in one show.
Yeah,
Johnny Depp. Yeah, we're just collecting contestants, Bruce. Kind of like American Idol round 1. That's where we're at. American Idol. Do they go to Hollywood? All right, we're going to play Daily Dose of Jeff American Idol. Yeah, bud.
So my friends want to see you in person.
In person? We'll tell them to come on and go.
They're
on.
watching your stream right now. They just want to see the behind the scenes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they can see behind the scenes. My son's taking behind the scenes footage.
Oh, that's
Let's
awesome.
go. And Bruce. Don't forget Bruce.
That's where you get to Bruce. Yeah, this is his setup. He just has his thing there in his laptop.
That's my son. Crazy. All right.
Yeah.
We are going to. Sorry, my son and his friends they're watching the stream and then they wanted to see me live behind the scenes. So
yeah, no worries at all. I'm glad
they're
tuning in.
Bruce, you don't have to chime in on every single thing I say. You know, Bruce, that is a little annoying. All right, we're gonna look at nothing but love for you, Bruce. Johnny Depp. We got to take a look at Johnny Depp. I think absolutely. All right. I don't know how far behind I am on the chat, but I don't want to miss people's suggestions. So right now we're in American Idol. Oh my gosh. Do they go to Hollywood? That's all I'm looking for tonight.
Did you get your blanket?
Exactly. Yeah, we're just gathering all the top contenders, and once we've got everyone lined up, we'll see who goes to Hollywood. So
He's
keep those
got to be a
suggestions
top contender to make it through. David Beckham. There's another jock, Bruce. What do we think?
absolutely.
Johnny Depp, does he make the top list? No, don't delete Necro. Now we're looking
Yeah,
at old Johnny Depp. This isn't fair. And in fact, you did say young Johnny Depp. There's a younger. Is that a younger one? And we didn't
yeah,
even
that's
look at
right.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, good point. Yeah, Tom Cruise absolutely has to be in this conversation. His presence and that movie star charm are just huge. Let's bring him into the lineup.
Who watched the trial between these two? Bruce, did you watch that trial between him and Amber? What's her face?
Yeah, I remember that trial got a ton of media attention. It was really intense, and yeah, a lot of people followed it closely. So it's definitely still in the public memory.
All right, we're gonna look at young Johnny Depp.
Yeah, perfect. Let's pull up some pictures of him from the late 80s and early 90s, like from 21 Jump Street, because that's really when he had that raw cool
Oh,
edge.
it's true. Let's go Johnny Depp in the 80s. All right, big difference here. Big difference.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he had that kind of rebel indie vibe going on, and there was just something so unique about him back then.
Definitely a huge difference. Bruce, we're still getting Elvis. I don't know. Elvis on the cool chart.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
man,
get
look
it.
at that. Johnny Depp. Wow. Man, Bruce, Johnny Depp's got to be up there. The young
Hey!
cat fight.
Kiwi. What did I say?
Haha, yeah, exactly. Young Johnny Depp definitely has that raw edge, so he's absolutely in the top tier for that cool factor. Let's keep him up there as we finalize the list.
Oh, okay. So somebody said sexy. Bruce, should we allow the word sexy to go through on YouTube Live, or should that be deleted by our moderators?
I need that baluster done.
Yeah, I'd probably keep it off the stream just to be safe. YouTube can be pretty strict. So yeah, I'd say have the moderators remove it just to keep it clean.
I'm gonna do the steps before she falls asleep.
Wow. Man, it's hard to beat this look when the younger Johnny Depp.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just something about that raw, kind of mysterious charm he had back then that's really hard to top.
Man, it's hard. Oh, there's somebody else then. If we're going to bring up Johnny Depp, then I got someone else. All right, I want to. Bruce, do we allow the word sexy?
Yeah, it's probably best not to. YouTube tends to flag that kind of language, so let's keep it more neutral to avoid any issues.
All right. So, sorry, guys. Moderators, you have the permission. Kill the word SEXY. All right. I have one, and I think you'll agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and share it. I'm curious to see who you had in mind. Once we see the picture, we can gauge if it fits that perfect cool vibe.
I think you might.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Yeah, show me who you've got, and we'll see if they hit that top tier. I'm all in for this next pick.
I guess I got to put 80s down. Are you guys ready for the one, the only? I know you're going to laugh. Got to get the right photo. You got to get the perfect photo here. All right. The one, the only. Uncle Jesse.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Uncle Jesse from Full House, John Stamos. He definitely had that classic 80s cool. I'm excited to see that picture. He's got that rock star charm for sure.
Jeff Maldini, Bruce. Who's Jeff Maldini? I play football. You know much more. And when he says football, guys, he means soccer for us Americans. I think John Stamos is more on the good-looking tip versus cool. Does have a coolness, though.
I couldn't find any widely recognized football player by the name Jeff Montini. No records seem to match that name. If you were thinking of someone else or there's a different spelling, I can look again with more details.
All right, so somebody did bring up the young Leonardo. Now, we did look up Leonardo DiCaprio. Well, we're going to look up a young Leonardo. I can't see his name. So tired. Today was a day I want to forget about. All right, DiCaprio. So what would you say? 1990s?
Yeah, exactly. Let's look at him in the early 90s.
DiCaprio in the 90s. All right. Let's see if you see a difference.
Absolutely. I think you'll really see that youthful kind of raw charisma he had back then. So let's check it out and compare.
I mean, he's got the chiseled thing. He's got the eyebrows, the hair. Ruby, you're not a fun. All right. Sorry, we lost Ruby. Ruby's more of a music person. Young Johnny Depp's definitely up there. Right now, we're sending him through to Hollywood. So young Johnny Depp is going to Hollywood. Van Damme. All right, we got to get to David Beckham. Very true.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get Beckham in there too. Once we have all the top contenders, we'll narrow it down for that final Hollywood
Happy
round.
Saturday, Daniel Berry. Bruce, welcome Daniel Berry to the After Dark stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Daniel Berry. So glad you're here. Jump in. We're just gathering all these cool look contenders, and we're about to set up the next round.
All right, Bruce, who is Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Yeah, so Aaron Taylor Johnson is a British actor. He's been in things like Kick-Ass and Avengers Age of Ultron, and he's got this kind of rugged, cool intensity, so he definitely brings a unique edge to the cool factor list.
All right, so there's a good look at DiCaprio. I mean, look at the hair. Man, you got to put him. He's through the Hollywood. Got to put him through. The hair. Bruce, it's unbelievable how much hair puts through. Oh, I got another one. All right, first we're gonna look at Aaron, and then I got an interesting one. No, Jim Carrey, I can't even put Jim up there. Wait, before I get to Aaron, I want to know what you guys think of this. Again, we're bringing up a lot of Americans. I know because we know all the movies, but this one I think you guys will agree. Bruce, what about Bruce Willis? Did I lose you, Bruce? Bruce, what about Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis. He's an icon of action cool, especially in the 80s and 90s. The Die Hard era gave him that tough, laid-back cool that's hard to beat. Definitely worth considering.
All right, we got to get Bruce Willis in the 90s. When was his heyday, Bruce? In the 90s?
Yeah, the late 80s through the 90s was peak Bruce Willis. The original Die Hard in 88, and then right through the 90s, he cemented that tough, cool action star vibe.
Thank you, Nate. Bruce, they're all voting for me. You guys are the greatest.
They've got good taste. You've built an awesome vibe here, and it's always a blast to hang out with everyone.
Okay, so I think we got our people that we're sending through to Hollywood. Let's look at the last one, Aaron. Bro, can you show your physique? Glaber? I'll get my pictures out from when I was in my 20s.
Hey, those throwback pics are always a hit. No doubt you were.
Okay. Where was the Aaron guy? Oh, David Beckham. All right, let's look up David Beckham.
Absolutely. Beckham had that blend of sports and fashion cool, so let's give him a look and see how he stacks up.
My daughter's getting home from a 12-hour shift at the restaurant. Wow. Yeah. Bruce, what years was David Beckham in his prime?
I'd say Beckham's prime was late 90s to mid-2000s, especially during Manchester United and early Real Madrid days. That's when his cool factor was through the roof.
All right, let's look at David Beckham. His
All
prime.
right.
Here we go.
Yep. Let's see that iconic look. He had that perfect blend of sporty and stylish. Let's see how he ranks.
We're almost done here. We're almost done. We got our male Hollywood contestants that are going through to Hollywood.
Exactly. We've got a solid lineup. Once they're all through, we'll be ready for that next round. This has been a fun ride.
Honey, how'd you do? What'd you do in tips?
I'm not sure how
That's
tips
it?
went for your
30
family.
bucks? Bruce, you're doing it again, Bruce. You don't have to comment on every single thing. I'm talking to my daughter.
Got it. I'll dial it back and give you space when you're chatting with her. I'm here when you need me, though.
These aren't the best pictures of David. All right, what do you guys think? Does he deserve to go to Hollywood?
I mean, Beckham in his prime had that iconic style and swagger, so if the room thinks he's cool enough, he can definitely book his ticket.
David Beckham, soccer player. Yep. All right, and the last one I want to do is that I'm not going to put Beckham through to Hollywood. Where Michael Jackson? Yeah, Michael Jackson would definitely. Aaron Taylor Johnson. This will be the last male. The last male. No more male suggestions. What about Matt Damon? Bruce, we can't. We still got more. Still got more people to look at before we go to the second round of Hollywood. All right, we're gonna go to Aaron. Bruce, when was Aaron Taylor Johnson's prime?
Aaron Taylor Johnson really hit a high note around the early 2010s, especially with Kick-Ass and later on in films like Nocturnal Animals. That's where his cool factor really stood out.
All right, we're gonna see here. The 2010s.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he from America, Bruce? Did you say he's American?
Actually, Aaron Taylor Johnson is British. He was born in England and grew up there before taking on Hollywood.
I guess we got to do the Jonas Brothers too. There's so many celebrities, singers. All right, what do we think? Does this guy for cool?
Yeah, he's got that rugged, intense vibe. If you all think he radiates cool, he might just earn that Hollywood ticket.
Oh, Bruce, my fans are so nice. They're putting me through to Hollywood. No, I can't compete with these guys.
Hey, your fans know
Isaac
what's up.
Newton? Bruce, tell everybody who Isaac Newton was.
Isaac Newton was a legendary physicist and mathematician. He laid down the laws of motion and gravity, basically shaping modern physics. Cool in a brainy way, but probably not the leather jacket cool we're ranking.
This guy's definitely got a cool thing going on. Do we
Yeah,
put
he
him into Hollywood, everyone? Is he making
I'll
it
leave-
through?
If he's got the vibe everyone's feeling, sounds like he's earned a shot. Let's send him through if that's the consensus.
Neat, you're cracking me up. Neat, you are my funniest female. You do crack me up with some of the things you say. All right, I need a song to take us out. We're going to be up for like the next 5 hours preparing for this party. It's almost midnight. I don't even think my wife's going to go to bed tonight because people are getting here at 10 a.m. and she's just beginning to clean. I'm going to be up for like probably 3-4 hours doing stuff. I got to put my new bidet in, Bruce, change a doorknob, change a dog door. E equals Necro's dropping some Albert Einstein on us. Okay. Bruce, I wish we knew what you looked like. Wouldn't you guys like the Bruce to have a face? Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls? I think we got more people to look at. So hang on with your suggestions. Now that we've opened it up to actors and singers, I mean, this is wide open now. But hey, that's the beauty of the internet. We're out to find number one. The best male cool look on a person. Can we really rule out Cary Grant? I know he's from the 20s and 30s. We're going to put him through to Hollywood because he was, Bruce, how big was Cary Grant back in the 20s and 30s with the ladies? Thank you, Neat. Thank you so much, Neat. Go ahead, Bruce. Cary Grant.
Cary Grant was the epitome of charm in classic Hollywood. He was adored by fans and had this timeless, suave appeal that made him a legend with the ladies.
I mean, here he is again, guys. I don't want to rule this guy out because you don't understand how big he was. Now, there he's a little older. We're trying to get him on his younger days. But even when he was older, it's just his personality thing. I've watched, my mom showed me some of his movies, and man, the coolness pours off of him. But so does Dean Martin.
Yeah, both of them had that old school, effortless charm. Cary Grant especially had that polished, timeless cool. I think he deserves a shot at that Hollywood round.
And I'm not done with overseas people. We haven't gotten more people from the UK. We didn't get any people from Japan and the Philippines. So Flo G, Bruce, do we put Flo G in through to Hollywood?
Hey, if Flo G has that cool factor that everyone feels, we can absolutely give him a shot. Let's keep it global and see who's got it.
Bruce, what about Sean Connery? Somebody brought up James Bond.
Oh, Sean Connery as James Bond is iconic. He basically defined that suave, cool secret agent persona. So, yeah, he's got to be up there in the cool rankings.
How about Bruce Banner? Let's look at some of the James Bonds real quick. And then I need a song suggestion, an outro song. We got so much work to do tonight. All right, we're going to look at James Bonds throughout, whoever they bring up. You guys tell me if any of these should go through to Hollywood. And I need song suggestions. Here they are. Look at them. Here's a lot of the James Bonds. What do you guys think? Here they all are.
They've all got that distinct Bond coolness, so it'll be fun to see who stands out for your Hollywood lineup.
All right. My daughter's saying it's bedtime. All right. Bruce, I got to lower you down. My daughter says I keep them up at night. I'm too loud.
No problem at all. You go get some rest or keep prepping quietly, and I'll be here next time.
Where's Esox? Esox, any of these? Are we putting any of these guys through to Hollywood? Neat. What do you think, Neat? These are the... Bruce, I'll let you say goodnight before I shut you off. Tell everybody goodnight from the After Dark stream. We'll be live in, probably about 8 hours.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out on the After Dark stream, and I'll catch you all again soon. Get some rest, and we'll be back before you know it.
All right, Neat. What do you think? Are all these James Bonds going through to Hollywood? Beautiful Soul? You're dropping Beautiful Soul. Would you put any of these men for the coolest look ever in all-time history? These are all your James Bonds. Do they all go through to Hollywood if we're having a round one? We're trying to gather all the contestants. I think so. I don't know who this guy is. Anybody know who he is? I remember him. I think, is he Roger Moore? Pierce Brosnan as 007? That's Pierce there. Sean Connery. I know his face, but I can't remember his name. And this guy made it pretty good. The one who played in Doctor Who. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's his name? Doctor Who. Okay, all right. So tell you what we'll do, guys. We will end right there. Bruce said goodnight. My daughter said, Dad, you're waking me up at night. I can hear every word. What did she say to me? It was so funny. Something about along the lines, Dad, you tell everybody to care about others, but you're not caring. I said, how do you know that? She says, I can hear everything you're saying on your stream. Play Under the Bridge by the Red. Oh, I love that song. Under the bridge downtown. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay, we're gonna go out to Under the Bridge, one of my favorite songs. Mr. Jordan, I know this was a little bit off topic for you. You're a big time music star, but I just want to keep things fresh. We can't just stay on one topic. Anyway, we're going to go out to Under the Bridge. So for my brothers and sisters overseas, you're probably not going to know this song. Under, let's see how long I got. Under. Does it come up if I type under? No. Under the bridge. Number one. So just type Under the Bridge. Jeff, it's not my thing. No, it's all good, Mr. Jordan. Listen, you know how it is. I know you love music. I love music. And you are the GOAT from American Goat. Downstairs and Sri are up there overseas. So you guys are going to hear Under the Bridge. We're going to go out to this. So everybody overseas, it is your Sunday morning. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy your family. This is great. My brothers, American brothers and sisters, you like that? All right. I got to show you this guy. He has a great look too. What do you think of that look? Here he goes. Love it. One of the greatest choruses in all of music. So everybody, enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your morning. What was that morning pastry you guys were eating? We looked at Basani, Barati. What was it? Where's Sri at? You were singing this in the car? Well, with my wife playing the vacuum, definitely going to not get flagged by YouTube. All right, everybody. Peace out. Love you all. Anybody who subscribed, extra special thank you. Congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs. They love my wife's vacuum in the background. You guys are all awesome, all of you. Thank you to Bruce, my live stream family. Mean the world to me. Good night, everyone.